Okay, number 1, 0. Welcome back to the channel, folks. We're going to get back on Black Beauty momentarily, but in the meantime, I've got to say a few things. I have an announcement and 2 apologies. So let's get to the announcement first, because it's pretty important. Apologies, who cares? Anyways, yes, the announcement is we've hit a milestone of 500 subscribers. And of course, that's thanks to all my wonderful subscribers and even the viewers who haven't subscribed. And if you're kind of sitting on that fence going, I don't know about this old man, he's liable to do something crazy or offensive. And well, yes, some things might offend, but you know, that's life. It's not going to be sugar-coated all the time. And when I say offensive, I'm talking about, you know, vice grips, rounding off bolts. Yeah, that's offensive to me, but I still do it. Yeah, we got birds here. I mean, they're out to get me, I know it. But they're just birds. They've got a job to do too. So what am I going to do? Anyways, yes. So if you are sitting on the fence thinking, oh, if I subscribe, it's going to cost me all kinds of money. Well, I'm not like those fancy YouTubers, you know, with million subscribers and charging money for every little thing. I'm not that guy. No. My videos are perfectly free, 100% of the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, guaranteed. Okay, now back to the apologies. That was my announcement. I hope everybody's okay with that. Now, the big, well, I shouldn't say the big one. There's 2 of them. One's bigger than the other. Let's do the small one first. That issue has to do with sound quality on my videos. As you can hear, I'm on a busy highway here, real busy. Wait for it. Hold on. Oh, yeah. That makes things pretty easy. So I gotta apologize for that. I'm gonna deal with that in the future. Might have to move to, I don't know, somewhere up north where there's just bush, no people, no electricity. That won't work out very well. I'm thinking this may be the solution. It may not be legal, but don't let that get in the way of your success. Okay, I think we have the sound quality issue sorted out. Now I need to, unfortunately, get on with the second apology, which is the bigger one. You know, my family and friends who know me very well, they're just waiting for this to happen. They knew that it's only a matter of time before I said or did something that would offend the whole world, and I would be thrown off YouTube, banned from the internet, and all that. But the real issue is YouTube. Now, I'm sure some of you may have noticed that YouTube is just slathering my videos with commercials. And it's not right. I had no idea this was happening until, of course, I saw it in one of the comments. Hey, old man Festerton, he's just raking in the cash, pounding in the commercials and making all kinds of money. Well, the truth is, I'm such a small channel that I can't even get monetized at this rate that I'm going. So I have no choice on commercials or anything else YouTube does. And if they really want to, they can just shut me down just like that. One click of the switch and I'm gone. So anyways, I do apologize for all those commercials in there. It's not my doing, and yeah, it's their house, their rules, right? So that's just the way it goes. So yeah, if you come across these commercials, just, you know, ignore them, look the other way, endure it as best you can, whatever, click away, click, bounce, whatever you do with that. And somehow we'll get through it. You know, when I become a famous YouTube, there comes that cat. No, when I can become a famous YouTuber, then I can probably have some control over that. But another car, another one. We'll deal with that when that happens, if it happens. Anyways, so that's my apology. I apologize for all those commercials in there. It's out of my hands, really. Anyways, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's get back on Black Beauty here and see if we can get those valves unstuck and, oh my God, those valves unstuck, do another compression check and go from there. Maybe we can get this thing to fire up after all. I'm gonna do my best. Hope to see you there. All right, let's see if I can get you the shot. It's a little bit cramped under there, but I'll do my best. Oh, there we go. All right. All right. This valve right here is stuck up in the up position. Nope. Nope. Can't do that. Okay. Well, we've got very limited access on this side, so I'm going to pull the inner fender out, seeing as how there's only a couple bolts holding it on. So we'll get that out of the way. Might even pull the wheel off, but that'll give us direct access to the valve train there, and maybe we can get that number 1 cylinder valve loosened up. Notice on these older vehicles, they use a lot of fine threads. That's quality, or so I think it is. It's also handy when you don't have a headlight and you can just reach in. All right, it's loose. Now let's hope it comes out. There we go. Easy enough. Stick that in the panel truck. Spin that around a bit. All right, sometimes you're going to need a little bit of leverage for these stubborn bolts. Let's try that. Oh yeah, there we go. Safety stand, the old shake test. All right. Well, we've got complete access now. I've got a bigger bar, and I'm going to try and jam that in there and pry that valve down. And there it goes. Okay, here goes nothing. I can see that it's almost all the way back again. Give it another little pry. Come on now. Whoa. Let's give her some more lube on the guide. And I'm going to crank it one more time and see if it returns. All the other ones seem to be okay. So let's see what happens. Give it a couple more spins. It's still sticking, but it's moving. So let's give it another pry. Ah, like that. And I'll give it some juice on this side of the valve. I'm going to let that soak, but at least it's moving. So I think what we'll do is move on to these other ones over here, because I think we have a similar problem there. So let's just take that cover off. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, maybe I will need something. Perhaps. Oh yeah. What a car. You know, I'm starting to love this engine. And maybe if it loves me back, we may have a relationship. If not, well, then it's gonna end badly. That's what's gonna happen. But anyways, let's get this cover off and see. Oh, hold on. So simple. I love this. Back up there. Okay. I don't see any stuck just at the moment. Let me get the light in here. They all seem to be functioning. Keep an eye out for me because I want to see if these move. I'm going to go over there and spin it. And we'll see how it looks. Hopefully all 6 of these valves are moving. Okay, just checked the video and the survey says yes, all 6 of those valves are operating properly. We still have a problem with the front valve, and it's sticking in the open position, giving it a lot of penetrating fluid. I think we're just going to pop it one more time and then we're going to let it soak, and then we'll come back to visit this issue. I think things are actually looking up here. So let me pop this valve back down and we'll let it sit. We'll close this up, I think. No, we won't. We're going to leave it open because I might have to pop that valve quite a few more times before it actually continues to return. So let me pop that valve and we'll carry on. As you can see, that's that front valve right there. It's jamming all the way open, and it will pop down. So I'm going to hit it with some more juice. Oh, hold on. And give them all a little bit of juice, actually. On top, you can get to the guide. So I think it's just going to have to sit for a while, and then we'll test it again, and then we'll go from there. So we've let this sit now for, well, maybe an hour or so. Let it soak a bit. I'm going to just try it one more time and we'll see if that valve is returning, which would be this one right here. That's the one that's sticking. I don't see any of the other ones sticking. So let me give that a spin and we'll see where we're at. Oh yeah, it's stuck up again. All right, we'll get the pry bar on it and see how hard it is to get it down. But I'm hoping it's going to get easier. Well, it's not hard to get it down. Like, it snaps pretty good, but it's still sticking. I don't know of an easy way to make it move up and down unless I can get in there with the pry bar on the bottom without doing any damage. Operate it manually. Nope, not that easy. I don't want the keepers to come off or I'll be in deep trouble. Yeah, let me spin it one more time. It might loosen up, but it's just got to take just repeated movement, I guess. Let me try it again. Nope, it's stuck again. So get in there. Another shot of lube, I guess. That's gonna do it. Try. Okay, let's try again. Yep, it's stuck again. Let's pry it down. She really snaps. Let's do another shot. I don't know. It's getting easier, I think. All right, we're gonna crank it again. Okay, so this one here is still sticking on me. I'm gonna leave this open for the night and let it soak. And in the meantime, we're gonna close up this other side here because is these are all moving okay as far as I can tell. They just maybe don't seal that good because they've been sitting, but they are returning, and I don't think we have any problems with that. So let's get this cover back on here. Just, like that. Wow, so simple. Just a little thumb screw here, and that takes care of that. Yeah, so we'll leave this one. Let me just flip you over here a bit. We'll leave this one because it's still sticking. Let me turn it one more time just to make sure. Just hold on. Yeah, it's stuck. As I can see, there's a little gap there. We'll just give it a little pop right now. Try. Yep. So it's trying to come back. It's almost coming back. Okay, went and had supper and let that valve train mechanism soak for a couple hours. And now we're going to give it another shot and see if it's loosened up. So I think we've solved the sticking valve issue for now. And I think next we'll do a compression check and see how much... Dang it. The next step will be to do another compression check and see how much of a difference we've made. Before we do this compression check, I'm going to pour a little bit of oil into the cylinders. And for that, we're going to use genuine Harley-Davidson hydraulic fork oil, Type E, for Showa forks only. That's what's going to work for us. Let's get to it. All right, let's get some of this good stuff in here and see if that helps to seal up those rings. Oh, that's enough. Same there, a little bit there. We'll dribble in there. Just a little splash. And a little drenching of that one. Oh, it's already coming out of the ports already on this side, so obviously some of the valves are open. Okay, now we'll just spin that motor over for a minute and get that oil moved around. That should do it. Now we'll hook up the compression tester and see how we did. Okay, let's retest the compression on number 1 cylinder. Wow, that's an improvement. We're almost, I'm going to say a good 140. That's amazing. Number 2. All right, we're going to call that 120, a good 120. No, sorry, that's not 120. That would be around 100, 110, somewhere's in there. That's pretty darn good. Number 3. Excellent. Well, I mean, for Flathead 6, that's excellent. A good 120. That's fantastic. Let's move on to number 4. Number 4. Pretty near 120. We'll call it 120. Close enough. Number 5. Let's call that 130. Yeah, a good 130. Let's leave it at that. Number 6. Zero. Well, here's the new compression numbers. The top row is our original and the bottom is our new numbers. And as we can see, we've made some dramatic improvements, except number 6. Number 6 is still at 0. It's quite dead. We know the valves are working. We know the crankshaft is turning, but we've got 0 compression. Have we got like a blown connecting rod? Or do we have a hole in the piston? This is a big mystery now. And what are we going to do about it? Just give up? I don't think so. This little girl needs another chance. So we've got to figure that out. So what now? What are our options? Well, we could try and fix this motor, tear it apart, rebuild it. But if it's got a broken connecting rod, then we got to get one of those. So the other option is another motor transmission combination. I don't know, I got to think about this. I'm going to sleep on it and see what's going to be the best route to go. And but we're not going to give up on this project. We're going to figure something out, get this thing back working again. I'd love to hear your suggestions on what we should do with this beast. We got to get it back on the road, and I'm not sure what to do. So if you have any ideas, throw them in the comments and we'll try and figure something out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you on the next one.